hey, good afternoon, guys. Ron here, Precision Sails, doing a walk around of a beautiful but rather large head sail. This is 150% Genoa for a Beneteau First 345. She's made from our Precision 400 series Dacron and coming in at about 5 ounce weight. And it's got beautiful cadet gray sunbrella UV protection here. Match that up with some black draft stripes. Put on an offshore package as well, telltales, and that's about it actually. Pretty beautiful sail here. This is a large sail, so I couldn't get all of it up here, but what I did is kind of raised it up here so you guys can get an idea of some color and some of the details of it. So why don't we just take a look here on what's flaked. And I'll show you that, and we can kind of focus in here a little bit on some of the ideas behind this sail. As I said, quite large, but it does have the offshore package, so you can see the 3 rows of stitching on the broad seam there. And you can see the reinforced corners. We have stitched in some radial in there as well. Furling marks, you can see most of them on the other side of the sail, but you can see them as they wrap around. And there they are on the other side. So really beautiful. I like this gray. And then the webbing that we use here in the tack has, or actually this is the clue, I think. No, sorry, tack. We've got wrapped in weather max as well. So nice and light. Going to protect that webbing from any sun damage that may occur. So as I said, she's fairly large, so I've got most of it flaked out here in the loft just to save some space for everybody else working around. But beautiful, beautiful sail. We'll continue kind of walking down it a bit. You get a good idea. That triple stitching in the broad seams. And take a look at that cadet gray. Stunning. Really like it. Look at the stitching in that UV protection. And here's something that not everyone does in their sails. I've noticed some sails that we've had through for repair work, the way that the sunbrella is put on, you've got to make sure, this is kind of our attention to detail, and part of our design is that the way that this sunbrella is put on, the upper panels are put on last. So they start at the bottom of the sail and they work their way up the leech. And what that does is that this seam overlaps coming from the top down. So when water, obviously, is coming from the top down, it doesn't pool and get inside the sail and cause rot underneath that sunbrella. So very important. If your sailmaker isn't paying that kind of attention, ask them why. And this brings us to the clue here. And so we're on the underside of the clue here. Good size ring, leather wrapped clue, leech and foot line, and you can see the pocket for it there. Let's see if I can get that open. And this is a Velcro one. So there you go. You got the Velcro tab. And that's going to Velcro down so you can tension it, but it doesn't have any cleats or anything, so that you don't do any damage to the cleats or anything else on the boat as you're tacking. And so here's a really good shot. Part of the offshore package includes the triple stitching, but also the leech seam wedgie, and that's that triangle shaped piece of Dacron that you see there, and that's to stop that seam, that broad seam, from splitting. And so we put them on the trailing edge, or the leech side of the sail, and we'll stop that from splitting. So I'll just kind of get a close up here with the light behind her. And you get a good idea of the quality of this Dacron. So this is our 400 series, really good mid-grade cruising Dacron. This is one of our best sellers, of course. It does suit most needs, unless you're doing some really long distance cruises or into racing, that kind of stuff. It's a good long lasting one. So another part of the offshore package is the double tapes. And so you can see the double tape there, and that's all the way around. Good portions under the sunbrella, obviously. But and there's the head there with the radial corners coming down out of her. So that's about it, guys. A nice big sail. But if you ever wanted to see what the cadet gray looks like, I quite like it. Pretty classy looking with the blue black draft stripes. Really quite a nice sail. There you go, guys. If you're interested, give us a call or go online and request a quote.